ripe peach? What does a ripe peach look like? Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, then welcome. My channel is all about beauty, and today I'm going to be doing a peachy eye makeup look, which is perfect for beginners. Now, it's a really soft look. I feel like you don't really have to see so much orange or coral going on in the eye in order to have a really nice peachy look. So it's quite a subtle look, but it's something that I feel like is really easy to follow, and it's all from one palette, so you don't have to go around fishing around for similar colors. It's really, really easy to follow. So without wasting any more time, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so that you never miss any of my videos. You can also catch me on Instagram, where you can watch my stories for daily beauty news and PR unboxing. Let's jump straight into the video. So I decided to make it even more easier for you guys. I've decided to use just one palette because I know usually on my tutorials I'll pick different shades from different palettes. It's just like the way I like to work. I like to pick the best shades from different palettes. I'm going to stick to one palette because then if you do really like this look and you do like the colors, it's way more cost effective for you guys. You can just go out and buy the one palette. So overall, a much easier tutorial for you guys. Now I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Snap Shadow in number 5, which is Peach, and there are 3 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades in this. I'm going to use the lightest matte shade, which is Peach Me, and I'm using my Fenty Beauty 200 brush. Now what I'm doing is I'm patting the brush, the flat part of the brush, so you can see like when I move it like that, that's thin, that's fat. Let's just call it fat and thin. I'm gonna use the fat part of the brush, pressing it into the matte eyeshadow, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid because I want that really nice wash of color. I'm gonna go slightly above my crease, my socket area, because I don't want it to just stay within there. I want it to kind of like peek through just a little bit. Oh yeah, and all I've got on my eyes so far is a little bit of concealer and my setting powder, which completely locks that in. So that's like my base, and if you've seen other videos and you know that that's my way of priming the lids. Okay, so we're gonna go in, use the fat side and press it on the lid. Now you can already see that color coming through. So I'm just pressing, I'm not dragging. So now I'm just going into the socket, and this is where I am kind of dragging it, but the brush is sitting really softly on my skin. I'm not pushing it in. It's literally just skimming the skin. You know, you shouldn't really see any of your skin move when you're moving the brush. So I'm just taking that into the inner corner here. And then this part, for this section, when I'm putting it into the socket, I'm actually using the tip. So you can see here, I'm holding it a bit more upright. Okay, so you can see that's a really subtle wash of color, but that's the good thing about using the right shade for your skin tone, not just the right shade for your skin tone, because then it should look like a wash of color without any effort really, or much effort being put into trying to blend. Like you shouldn't see any kind of harsh edges anywhere. Those are going to be the more darker shades. So this shade is great if you have skin color close to mine. So I'm going to just go over and do the other eye. And again, I'm just pressing it on, going over the main lid. I call this, I know it's called Peach Me. This is like an orange soda. Yeah, this is like an orange soda color to me. I really like it. So remember, we're gonna go into the socket here with the tip of the brush, and we can drag it very lightly. We're just skimming it across and dragging it outwards a little bit. Okay, I quite like that wash of color. I think I'm gonna leave that there at the moment, and then I'm gonna go in with a slightly darker shade. So now I'm gonna use Churro, which is the next color up. So it goes from like slightly lighter to slightly, I wouldn't say darker, but bolder. So I'm gonna go into that shade Churro. I'm using the same brush actually, just tapped off the excess product, the excess powder. And I'm just gonna go into my socket, but a very, very small amount, not a lot. So I'm literally just applying this around here, just at the end, only in the socket, and I'm using the tip of the brush. And this is where I am dragging it again. But remember what I said, same thing. You do not drag the skin. You don't press too hard. You're not even pressing. You're just letting it skim over. It's not a V shape. It's like I'm just pressing in here so that that top bit there where I applied it doesn't look disconnected. So I don't want it to look completely separate. I do want there to be some depth here. So I'm just kind of like pressing some, rather than give you a shape. Basically, the size of this brush is great for this kind of look. So all I'm doing is pressing it there, and that's the kind of size that I'm going for. Okay, so I'm using the tip again, like I said. I'm going into the socket, but slightly above. I'm way more comfortable kind of going higher into my socket with colors like this. I mean, I don't really like darker colors on the eyes. That's just a personal preference. I'll, you know, for myself anyway, on my face. With this kind of color, I feel quite confident in using it along the socket area. So you can see I'm taking it in a little bit, not too much. It's whatever's left on the brush. But I feel like that's got a little bit more depth there. Now, my overall look that I'm going for is kind of not, I wouldn't say subtle. Well, yeah, it is subtle, but it's not something that I want people to kind of look at and be like, oh my God, like that's a really glam look. It's not a glam look. It's just an easy, peachy eye. So I'm gonna go into the other eye and do the exact same thing. So remember here, I said I've applied it here, I'm just pressing here. So it's this kind of same shape as the brush. And then I'm gonna go into the socket. You do get a little bit of fallout with this eyeshadow palette. So it's not like you don't have to worry about whatever the fallout is, but I've already done my base. So I feel like this kind of color is very easy to kind of just brush off. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the, it's actually not, it's quite more of a pinky peachy, it's actually a true peach. I don't know why I said pink. It kind of looks a little bit pink to me. It's like a ripe peach. What does a ripe peach look like? Let me just have a look. A ripe peach. A ripe peach has a dark yellow color. It's not necessarily red. I would say this is, okay, this is a ridiculous conversation we're having right now, or I'm having. You know, with a peach, you get different shades on the peach. It's like you've got some kind of like pinkish shade there. That's the part of the peach that this color is. So yeah, now I'm going in with a different brush. I'm using my Fenty 220 brush. I'm using that color, which is, by the way, Shoot Your Shot. I'm going to apply this to my lash line here. So I want that kind of like little pop of color. So I'm just going to basically apply this here. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing this and I'm almost creating like, it's a slight lift here, but it's with this brighter color. So I'm going from about halfway across the lash line and I'm basically pressing it on and just kind of dragging it up. I'm not dragging, actually, that's the wrong word. I'm not dragging it, I'm pressing it upwards. So the direction I'm going in is as if I'm lifting that area. So I just want that really nice lift. See, that's nice. I feel like there's a little bit of pop of color there now. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So I saw on Netflix that the next season of Good Girls is out. I am so excited. I really wanted to watch it last night, but I had too much work to do. I didn't even turn on the TV last night. And then I couldn't sleep, and I think it's because I just didn't really get a chance to switch off. I think once I film this, I'm gonna start that. I'm so excited about that. I can get through, I got through like the first few seasons really quick. Now I'm gonna go back in with my 200 brush. Nothing on this, I've just kind of dusted all the excess off, and all I'm doing is very lightly dragging this out. Remember, you're just skimming across the skin. There you go. Now I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that because there's some nice color there and it still looks peachy, but it doesn't look like too much. So I'm gonna go in with my Zoeva 230 brush and I'm gonna use the shade Butter Rum, and I'm gonna just apply this to my lower lash line. So all I'm doing, very lightly, I am moving side to side, so I'm not pressing because that's not really gonna do much, but very lightly, because if you press too hard, especially on the under eye area, what happens is you'll get way more fallout, and sometimes you'll find that the color doesn't actually transfer properly because you're just pressing so much that you're almost putting it on and dragging it off. So you want to be really light-handed with this. Okay, I feel like that's enough. So now I'm going to use churro, and I'm using my finger, and I'm literally just going to use my little pinky finger, and I'm going to apply, I'm just like pressing this onto my lid. I always find that like these shimmer shades, they go on better with your finger. With your finger? Why did I say it that way? That's really weird. Now I'm going in with my 200 brush. I've taken off all of the excess, and this is where I'm just kind of like skimming over the whole eye. And what this does is it just kind of like everything kind of just fuses together there. And it's just a nice transition of different shades of peach. So what I'm going to do now is use a brown liquid liner. I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Mad Max Brown. So I'm going to go ahead with this and apply this super close. And the reason I'm not using black is because that is way too harsh and like for a peachy look. So brown goes perfectly with this. So this is where I'm just going to get my Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation in 310. I don't use this as foundation. I use this just on areas where I feel like I need a bit more, need a bit more mattifying throughout the day. Or sometimes when I'm not really wearing much makeup and I just want to put a quick dusting of powder on and that's it. So I'm just going to, I've used my Real Techniques brush, dabbed it into the powder, and now I'm lightly flicking the eyeshadow off, and that's it. That is a really good trick for you guys, because I know a lot of people, they end up rubbing or like just pressing too hard. So let's curl my lashes. Like I said, I think I don't actually know whether I said it. These are the Kevyn Aucoin lash curlers. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. I'm just gonna coat my lashes. So I'm just gonna go in from underneath. So you don't have to wear false lashes with this look. It's honestly your preference. I wanted to show you with lashes because that is how I would wear this look. So I'm just applying a small amount of glue to my lashes, and obviously I'm using my brand lashes in Nina. Do you know I've had so many of you guys from the US, from the US of A, ask me about my lashes, and it makes me so happy because they're obviously only available in the GCC at the moment, although we are launching in another country, which is not the USA. I'll let you know all about that soon. But yeah, I've had so many of you message me or leave comments saying that you really want to buy the lashes and you're based in the USA. I really want to have them available in the USA for you guys, for everyone, because honestly, I know it's a great product. I know you guys are gonna love it. These lashes are amazing. They're so comfortable. I've not had a single complaint about my lashes, and that's what I was aiming for. I was aiming for like super comfortable lashes, really nice thin strip that you don't have to wear eyeliner with. That was the most annoying thing for me with other lashes that I used to use. So I just really want everyone to try them. And yeah, let's hope that I can launch in the US somewhere. Maybe, you know, Sephora could maybe give me a helping hand. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my lashes. I'm just gonna place these. Oh, I nearly put them wrong. I nearly put the wrong lash on the wrong eye, or lash on the wrong eye. So I've just placed it on my lash line, only the middle bit, and now I'm gonna drag this outer corner to the correct point. There you go. I'm happy with where that is. Don't worry about the inner corner yet. Now we're gonna do the same on this side. Press it in roughly, grab the end, press that in where you are happy with where it ends. This side needs to come out a little bit more. There you go. That's better. And now this is where we're going to take the inner corner and we're going to stick down the whole lot. And let's do the same on this side. Okay, so lashes are more or less on. We're just gonna wait for them to dry. Okay, so lashes are done. Now, I'm gonna apply some more mascara, but I'm applying it to my lower lashes. Now, I'm gonna just show you something, because I know a lot of people struggle with trying to put mascara on their lower lashes because they end up getting it everywhere. So this is where it's really gonna help you, especially if you are a beginner. You're gonna get your mascara and you wanna get a fan brush, but a mini fan brush. So this one is the Makeup Forever 402. Yeah, it's the Makeup Forever 402. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your mascara and you are going to basically get your little mini fan brush and you are gonna coat the tip. So you're basically just making sure that there is mascara all over the tip of this fan brush. There you go. Make sure there's no clumps on this. So then we're gonna put that mascara wand back into its container. And now we're gonna get this fan brush, and we're gonna just go back and forth, or just like paint. You can paint the lower lashes and it is really much easier. So that's just in case you wanted to know a much easier way for you to put mascara on your lower lashes. You're literally just painting them, because if you're anything like me, you really don't want your lower lashes to be super long and clumpy and spidery, right? You just want to enhance them. So that's how you can do it. And a really good thing about this technique is you can actually get tight line your lower lashes as well. So your lower lash line, I mean. So, you know, if you want, and what that means is if you want the actual root of where your lash is to look a bit thicker, you can really get in there with this. Okay, I like the amount that I have on there. So that is that. And next, I've decided we're gonna put a little bit of eyeliner on. We're gonna stick with that brown liquid liner, that Kat Von D one that we used. And I'm only gonna apply this in like the end part of the lash line, because I just feel like it's a bit, at the moment, my whole eye. And I want it to be, my sound effects are really bad. You know what I mean though. So, okay, so we're gonna go into this area here. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm starting from halfway across my eye from the end of my lash line. Now what I'm doing is I'm holding my brush like this so that I can very lightly drag. You don't, again, same principle, you don't want the brush to drag your skin. You want the brush to skim over and just kind of really nicely move along. So the way you do that is by not pressing so hard. Be very light-handed with it. Now what I'm doing, as you can see, I'm using that flat part of the brush. I'm not using the tip. If you use the tip, it can get a little bit messy and it becomes a little bit too intricate. So what you want to do is hold it flat so that the flat part of the tip, not the whole brush, so only the flat part of the tip is touching your skin. Don't press the whole side of the brush along your skin. Now what we're going to do is I've just done it really, really close. Now the reason I'm doing this after my lashes is because once I've got my lashes on, then it gives me a much more better indication of how I want my eye shape to look. So, and when you put your eyeliner on after your lashes are put on, then you also get a better idea of a better, oh my God, my T's are missing in that sentence. You get a better idea of how the whole look is gonna look. So otherwise you're kind of doing it blindly when you are applying your eyeliner before you've applied false lashes, because then once you apply your false lashes, it kind of changes, it distorts the eyeliner a little bit. So I've applied it really close along from halfway across, right? And I've made sure that it's kind of coming out very thin from the liner, from the lash line, so that it doesn't look like it's all of a sudden starting. Now I've left it there, and now what I'm doing is I'm gonna go right a little bit above the corner of my eye. I'm gonna try and do this with the other mirror, which is really far away from me. So, you know, it may not be super smooth, but go to the end of the lash line, right? This section here, we don't wanna start from there because my eyes droop a little bit. So what I wanna do is I don't wanna enhance that anymore. So I'm gonna go to the end of the lash line and basically move up a little bit, tiny bit, just a fraction. There you go, I've drawn a little line. Let's just hope that's neat because I can't actually see what I'm doing. Okay, it's a tiny line, doesn't really come out that far. Now that line gives me it's like my marker point, so that I know I'm not gonna go anywhere below that. I've got to stay within that line, and I don't really want it to go further out too much either. So now where I drew that other line a bit before on the lash line, I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna attach it. See that? And now there's a little gap in the middle where I need to fill that in. Now I feel like there's some shape there. I feel like it's not, you know, flat. I feel like there's some lift there. We've got that really nice peachy finish. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye. This time I'm going to hold the mirror close because, you know, it's hard not doing it with a mirror close to you. I want to just add a little bit of peach to the lips because I feel like it's not really complete unless I apply some peach to my lips. So I'm using my favorite lipstick ever. I've had a couple of you comment about this lipstick because I've used it in a lot of my videos where maybe I've been working on a different part of the face and not my lips, and I'm always wearing this lipstick. And some of you asked whether it's the liquid version. It's the lipstick. So it's the actual lipstick that I used from Anastasia Beverly Hills in Hollywood. It's amazing. It's like a pale peach. It's the perfect peach for my skin color. So what I'm gonna do, my lipstick is already on. I think I've got like a nudish kind of color on. So I'm just gonna go in with this. I'm not taking it all the way out into my lip line, and you'll see why. I'm gonna get my lip brush. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury lip brush. And this is where I'm just gonna take this color and just spread it into the lip line. This is the one lipstick that I've used longest, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna use also a peachy blush just to finish it off. I'm going all out now, guys. Yeah, let's use this. I'm gonna use my Stila Putty Blush it's called Bronzed Gladiola. It has two colors in here. I'm not using the bronze, I'm using the peachy shade. So I'm gonna use my Fenty 195. It's actually a bronzer blush, but you know, who cares? Just use whatever you want, whatever feels right to you. And now I'm going to just apply this along my cheek area, but I'm applying it here. So just kind of like, I'm not going here because I've already got my bronzer on there. I'm kind of going here, but not directly in the middle, right? Just here. And you just keep layering it on until you're happy. It's always nice to do your makeup this way around sometimes because I feel like once your eyes are done and your lips are done, then it gives you a better indication of how much blush that you can get away with. I think this is enough blush. I am loving this whole peach look. And that is my finished look. So there you go, that was my peachy eye makeup look for beginners. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it really easy to follow. As always, if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my videos. Until the next video, take care and I'll see you soon.